Hey, today this is a user experience review of Trust Wallet. Trust Wallet is a mobile cryptocurrency wallet. It can hold, receive, send funds just like you'd expect from any other wallet. It also has other capabilities such as earning with staking and holding NFTs and decentralized exchanges. So this is a good wallet to look at. It's mobile. I accessed it on my iPhone 11, and I'm going to take you through the process that I experienced as a first-time user of first setting up the wallet and then also using the features and capabilities later on. And I'm going to highlight the pain points that I experienced along the way in an effort to improve crypto software products in general. So the interesting thing about Trust Wallet is that it is a multi-chain cryptocurrency wallet. When I say multi-chain, it means that it can hold different assets from many different kinds of blockchains. So we know Bitcoin has its own blockchain, Ethereum has its own, Binance, as you can see here, Polkadot. Trust is unique in that it can hold all of these in one place. In some cases, wallets can only hold the assets of one blockchain. So MetaMask, which perhaps is the most popular cryptocurrency wallet out there, can only hold Ethereum and ERC tokens on it, but not Trust Wallet. So let's just look at the information architecture really quickly in this app. We have tokens, finance, and collectibles. So tokens is just the basic wallet inside of here. These are basic wallet functionalities like send, receive. You can buy cryptocurrency using third-party services, I think called MoonPay and Simplex, but just a quick note on that, I couldn't personally do it. I live in Texas, which is like on a list of 5 or 10 states that don't support these services, but in all likelihood, you're probably going to be able to directly purchase crypto in Trust Wallet. If I go into finance, this shows you that you can actually stake and earn yield on the tokens within your Trust Wallet, which is a really cool feature. And then collectibles up here, as you might expect, is where we can hold NFTs, either Ethereum or Binance Smart Chain NFTs. Moving down to the bottom here, we have DEX, which stands for Decentralized Exchange, and we can swap one token for another in here anonymously. And then we have settings, of course, where we can go into it. We can look at the recovery phrase. You can import new wallets into this. Again, as I said, this is a multi-chain wallet. So let's say we have another Ethereum wallet we want to import into this interface. Then we can just put the recovery phrase in there. Security, this is transaction signing, and when the app auto locks, like if you go out of it, you have to come back in with the passcode. Price alerts, you can set notifications for when certain prices are met on different tokens, and WalletConnect, which connects this mobile wallet to desktop. And I'm going to show you all of this later on, but I want to get a high-level overview of what is inside of this app. Now let's talk about what happens when a user first shows up to Trust Wallet. So as we're used to, we have some initial screens right here where you can swipe through them, and it gives you an overview of what's inside the app. So the first screen is that this is a secure application where you can store your crypto. Private keys never leave your device. So this is important to many people in the crypto community because they say not your keys, not your crypto. Well, Trust Wallet allows you to take your crypto off of centralized exchanges and to be the sole custodian of your crypto. Cool. The next is all assets in one place. As I mentioned before, this is a multi-chain cryptocurrency wallet, so you can hold many different assets in here, and you're not limited to just Ethereum tokens, which is nice. And then trade assets. Trade your assets anonymously. So the last USP that they highlight is that there are decentralized exchanges within this app, which is nice. So you can go from one token to another without having to leave Trust Wallet. Okay, cool. So now I go to create wallet down here. We're assuming that we don't have anything. We accept these policies and conditions. And now as you can see here, it says back up your wallet now. In the next step, you will see 12 words that allows you to recover your wallet. there is not enough of a educational process before the user gets thrown into this backup screen. And it just makes me think that this Trust Wallet is not for beginners to cryptocurrency. Like, we haven't given them any explanation as to why they need their recovery phrase and what it might be used for eventually. Like, let's say that your wallet gets stolen or the app gets deleted, then you're going to have to input this recovery phrase into a fresh Trust Wallet application in order to recover the funds that were stored in your Trust Wallet. So there's been no explanation of this. It doesn't say even at this point that that you shouldn't be showing this to anybody. Like, you might be opening it around your friends or family, whatever. And again, it just goes to show that this Trust Wallet does not have enough upfront user education for beginning users in crypto. But anyway, so you write these 12 seed phrases down, and then on the next screen, you have to manually put them in just to make sure that, just to verify that you have recorded them on the piece of paper properly. So I think this verification is a good screen. It's a good fail-safe. Like, let's say you miss the ordering on some of these words, and this will return an error message and make you go back and recopy this original seed phrase down. And once you've done that, now you are inside of Trust Wallet, and here's your Trust Wallet, right? $0 and just some beginning cryptocurrency assets that you can hold, receive, or buy. Now let's talk about the account and the actual user identity within this app. Now, wallets, these are Web3 identities. These are the gateway into using Web3 services. So the analogy for Web2 is creating something like a Twitter or Facebook account where you have a profile, you have a picture of yourself, maybe an avatar, and you've got a homepage of all the different social media content that you've been uploading. And I know that this is it's not like a one-to-one analogy or relationship because these wallets are for holding financial assets. But I do just want to point out that there is very little account or like identity and like account presence on this screen. Like, it's just a wallet. There's a name for it, and you have a balance, and then you have the constituent tokens within this wallet. You'll see in other crypto wallets that I review that there is more of an identity, like at least they give you an avatar. And then, so I can go into settings and I can click on main wallet, and I can go into the eye icon to look further into it. I can rename it, so I rename it Travis's Wallet, and then I see that there are show recovery phrase and export account public keys here. So basically at this point I understand that my account is connected to the recovery phrase and then these extended public keys, as you can see here. And that is what my account consists of. So it's just interesting. It's very different than Web 2. Other thing I want to note here is that there is no log out button on this app. And when you first download the app, there's no default security. So when you go into security, by default, security is turned off, which doesn't make sense to me. In my opinion, it should be the default in the very beginning sign-up phase to have to create a PIN or connect your Face ID to it. So you have to use these password credentials in order to enter into the app and then to use the app, like send money. But here I'm having to set the passcode for the first time. So I do that, and once I've entered into it, now we've activated auto lock. So this means that if I exit out of the app, when I try to get back into it, I'm going to be prompted to give a password. And then also if you turn on transaction signing, it just means that if I send, let's say like 1 ETH to another address, before it will actually send that transaction to an Ethereum node, I have to again put in my password just to confirm. So this is something that I think should be turned on by default. Like, we expect in our banking apps to have to give a password and to have all these security features within it. And it just doesn't make sense to me that, especially on a mobile app where you're giving people your phone, they can open it and use it and whatever, that the password is off by default. Now let's talk about what happens when you actually have to use your recovery phrase. a major pain point that I have is when you delete the Trust Wallet app, your wallet has been deleted off of the iPhone. And now it's not a problem if you have already backed it up, which everyone should have done. But I think that there should be explicit user warnings that say, if you delete this app, then the wallet will be deleted and you will have to recover this wallet later on. But there's no explicit messaging about that. So I think this is somewhere where the user, like especially a new user, might not understand fully what they're doing when they delete the app. And I tested 6 different cryptocurrency wallets, and 4 of them, when you delete the app, it actually somehow retains the recovery phrase for when you re-download the app, then you can log back in to those. Like the recovery phrase is stored there and you just have to give a password. But again, when you delete the Trust Wallet app, you have to go through a full recovery process in order to get access to your funds again. So let's go through the process where, let's say that this app gets deleted, or I lost my phone, or it got stolen, and I've re-downloaded the Trust Wallet app, and now I'm going through this recovery process where I say I already have a wallet, I agree to the terms of conditions, and then this is interesting right here. Again, this is a multi-chain wallet, so I can select exactly what type of wallet I want to recover. It could be an individual blockchain like Ethereum, Binance, I'm sure Bitcoin's further down here. Or it can be multi-coin wallet, which is what I want. And what Trust is doing in the background is it creates this master seed phrase for a multi-chain wallet, and then all of the other addresses and private keys are for the individual blockchains are derived from this master seed phrase. So this is a really cool feature, and that's what's happening in the background. And now, as you can see in this form field, we are having to retype in the 12 seed phrases right here. Now, just in terms of a specific UI, I don't like this interface right here. It's this big paragraph style free form field where a user has to manually type and manually space to separate the words out. And it's just not a good interface. And some of the other cryptocurrency apps that I looked at during the recovery process, they gave like 12 individual fields where you could type one seed phrase in, press return, and it would go to the next field. Type one seed phrase in, press return, and it just organized it much better than this right here. This is just not really user friendly. It's kind of an ugly interface, and I would expect them to change that. But the recovery was successful, and now it's just going to take a little bit. I'm going to have to refresh a couple times after this for my balance to refresh and update. Now let's look at the 2 most fundamental features within a cryptocurrency app. We have send and receive. So starting with receive, you click that button, and I really like this because now you have to choose exactly which asset you want to receive. Remember, Trust is multi-chain, and if I tried to transfer Bitcoin to an Ethereum address, that Bitcoin would be lost forever. So this is an overall usability issue. It's not specifically for Trust, it's an overall cryptocurrency issue where these chains aren't interoperable at this point. And again, if I tried to send like an Ethereum token to a Bitcoin address, it would possibly lose those funds forever. Now, I would expect interfaces to be able to catch this user error right here, and this is one way of doing it, where when you click receive, you have to say which fund you want, Ethereum, and now it sends me to this Ethereum address. Here's a QR code that encodes this hexadecimal address right here. And it says send only Ethereum to this address. That's a good message. Otherwise, it might result in permanent loss. So if somebody has a phone right next to you, they can scan this QR code and it will create this transaction within their wallet. You can copy down here. I like it. It's just a one-press copy. You can also click on this QR code and it copies it to your clipboard, the address that is, and then so you could go into like a text message application and paste it and send it to a friend. It's interesting too here because I click set amount, and now I can enter the amount of ETH that I want to receive, and then I can send this to somebody in a message. They can scan that QR code, and it's going to specifically populate their cryptocurrency wallet with that transaction. Okay, send 0.01 ETH to this address. Boom. So it's a good way to lock everything in. Now let's move on to send. We click the send button on here, and it's a very simple interface where you put in the recipient address. If I click up here, you can scan the QR code of your friend and just automatically have that address ported into here, and then the ETH amount. So I put it in. I like here that you can switch between ETH and USD. So I don't think in terms of ETH. Some people say they do. I can't at this point. I still think in terms of US dollar. So I say, okay, I want to send $25 worth of Ether to this person, and I can specify that here. And we see this automatic conversion down here, 0.0084 ETH. I can go onto here and click, go to this confirmation screen for transfer. So I'm sending Ethereum from my address, my main wallet address, to this other wallet's address. There's a network fee and there's a total associated with it. So I'm sending $25 and it's adding the network fee on top of that. And then up here is the amount of ETH and about the US dollars that I'm sending. Now, the problem that I have with this is that there are too many decimals here. Like, I get that people want to be precise with how much ETH they're sending, but on a user interface, it just looks cluttered and it's just too much information to a user for a user to really understand. So another way that they could handle this is to put 0.00836 maybe, like, so give however many decimals they want, and then do like a ... or something that shows the user that it's continued, that you can see that higher level of precision, but it's not just immediately on the interface and it looks cluttered to the user. And potentially the user could go up and click on it, click on that ... and it would expand and show you the full decimals. Now let's talk about network fee down here. If you click on the icon next to network fee, you can see, okay, Ethereum network charges a transaction fee. 0% of fees are paid to trust. Okay, that makes sense. And it's like what people would expect. Usually there are fees associated with banks and transfers, so I don't think people are going to have too much of a problem with this. The one thing I would suggest here is that this $1.76 is a percentage of the total amount that I'm sending. So $1.76 divided by $25 is about a 7% fee, which is relatively high, and that nothing can be done about that right now. There are scaling solutions and other projects that are working on that, but this doesn't have to do with Trust Wallet at all. Trust Wallet is just reporting on the Ethereum network fee at this moment. I would just suggest that on this UI they put, hey, by the way, this is a 7% fee. Plan and decide accordingly. Signing, do you see that transaction verification right here where it takes my Face ID and then it submits it to the Ethereum node, and we see that this transfer is pending right here with the orange clock, and then so it says pending and now it says completed, so it actually went through. And then if I go back, my total wallet balance will have updated. It was around $50 and now it's $22.50. And here's the transaction log down here. Okay, now let's get into the more advanced features that we have in this Trust Wallet, and I want to talk about the DEX down here, which is called a decentralized exchange, and this is a way where you can swap one token for another right here. So it's really useful. It's as if your wallet could go from USD into euros, but in this case, we're going from ETH into CEL token, which is an ERC20 token. It's Celsius. And so I want to convert my ETH into CEL, and we have we have the wallet that we're using, a slippage of 1%, and then a network fee right here. So I'm going from ETH into this much ETH into 43.2332 CEL. cool. That all looks good. And it's a really, I like just how clean and simple this interface is. It shows the exchange rate down here. Cool. I wish there was some more visibility in the background. Like we know that on Ethereum, it's using something like Uniswap, which is a DEX, the most popular DEX on Ethereum. Others are SushiSwap, etc. But, you know, like this exchange rate, there are DEX aggregators out there that go and look at all the different Ethereum DEXs and come back and tell you what the best exchange rate is at that moment. And you just wonder if you're getting that same treatment in here. If I am converting a large amount of Ethereum into Cell, then I would absolutely want to get the best exchange rate. And so I question whether or not I'd do this on something like Trust Wallet. I'd probably take it onto the desktop and do it there to get the optimal rate. But just in terms of convenience, this is a really handy feature. And again, it's just this DEX tab down here. Now we go here, max slippage 1%, network fee $90. I mean, that is absolutely incredible. And I think that here I'm trying to convert roughly $262, and the network fee is $90. So the network fee essentially is $30 of the overall, or sorry, 30%, roughly 30% of the overall transaction, which is, I mean, it just depends on the buyer, but that is obviously, it's too high for most people. It's too high for me. And the crazy thing about this interface is that I almost missed it and pressed confirm right here. This should be red. Again, there should be something that says you're paying a 30% network fee. This seems high. There should be some warning message or some way on the UI to like differentiate and call the user's attention to this area, because this is incredible. And I think that a lot of people might miss this. A lot of people might think that that's only $9 or something, and they might not see the extra zero there. And again, that high network fee is not something that Trust Wallet can do, but on their but on their interface, they need to call attention to it and just make it more clear what's happening to the user. Again, I'd like to see more visibility on what's happening here. If they could say powered by Uniswap down here, then that would tell me that they're sourcing from Uniswap, or they could say powered by, or like searching for the best exchange rate from these exchanges down here, right? I just like that visibility. Maybe other people would want to go for a more clean interface and not show the user what's happening in the background. But just personally for me, I want to know where my crypto is being routed through. So really quickly, let's talk about the finance tab up here. Simply put, it just shows you a list of 6 tokens. These are proof of stake blockchains here that allow you to stake that token and become a validator on their network, all through the Trust app. So this is really cool that they give you this feature of earning yield on the assets within your app. Now, I will say, compared to other crypto wallets that I looked at, this earn or like DeFi integration is relatively primitive on here, and it's pretty limited. So in the next section, I'm going to show you something called WalletConnect, which allows you to connect this mobile Trust Wallet address and kind of port it into like your desktop browser and use D-apps from your desktop. So let me show you that here. So now I want to talk about WalletConnect, which is a really amazing feature that is in most cryptocurrency wallets. It allows you to use your mobile crypto wallet on a desktop browser. It allows you to port that address and private key over and sign transactions wirelessly. And it just it opens up the entire crypto ecosystem to any crypto wallet, or just the crypto wallets that support WalletConnect. So let me show you, let me demo really quickly how it works. So I'm on Uniswap right now on my Chrome browser on my Mac Mini, and I go up to Connect Wallet. This is usually where somebody would connect their MetaMask, but if you see down here, there's a WalletConnect function, and it brings up a QR code. Now, moving over to the Trust Wallet, what we do is we go to Settings, and then there is a WalletConnect item in Settings. We click New Connection. As you can guess, it brings up our camera. We scan that QR code. It says that Uniswap interface wants to connect to your wallet. Here's your address. It allows you to view your wallet balance allows Uniswap to view wallet balance and activity and request approval for transactions. Cool, like let's connect it, and boom, we have a successful WalletConnect connection with Uniswap. Now this is such a great user experience because right when you click confirm and it connects it, like it shows that it's connected on the phone, automatically this QR code turns off and then it shows your wallet address up at the top. So it automatically can detect that a connection was made, and now we are able to see we have access to our full Ethereum balance. Now we're able to use Uniswap with the funds in our Trust Wallet. So last but not least, let's talk about NFT holding within Trust Wallet. So the process that I went through, I went to OpenSea.io and I minted an NFT. I then transferred that NFT to my Trust Wallet address, and this required me to pay a network fee or transaction fee, where there's a smart contract call to that NFT contract, smart contract that OpenSea created. And okay, smart contract call executed, cool. And then at that point I go to collectibles up here and I see that my NFT immediately is in my wallet. This is already a better user experience than the other crypto wallets that I looked at, because there was a major delay in time that it took for it to show up in Coinbase. And then for MetaMask, you actually have to copy and paste a contract address and a token ID and manually import this NFT into the MetaMask wallet. So this was a great user experience as far as the current state of crypto wallets go. So you can, I click into this NFT collection and now I can see the actual NFT. Here it is. Here's the thumbnail. Again, this is better than Coinbase. Coinbase didn't even preview a thumbnail, but it's cool. So I can send it to another address. I can click into it further, and then, but in order for me to explore this NFT, I have to exit out of Trust Wallet and go to OpenSea to explore this NFT. I just wish that there was native exploration inside of Trust Wallet. I would hope that they would build it out and make it so that I can enjoy and appreciate my NFT and interact with it from within the app. Amazing. So that was my user experience review of Trust Wallet. Just going back and thinking of the main pain points that I called out in there. A major one was the network fee that it was charging. Again, I know Trust Wallet can't do anything about the Ethereum network fee, but it needs on the user interface to call the user's attention to high network fees and potentially show something like a percentage of the network fee to the overall transaction volume. So if you go back to the example where I was trying to swap about $260 of ETH into Cell, well, the network fee for that was about $90, which is 30%. This 30% should be shown to the user. It should be highlighted in red. There should be a warning message saying, we think this looks like a high transaction fee relative to the amount that you're swapping. They need to call attention to it on the UI. The last thing I'll mention is that the sign-up process, when a user first gets to the Trust Wallet, it's slightly confusing. It's not good for a first-time user, somebody new to crypto, because it really doesn't explain why they're having to back up their recovery phrase in the first place and what it might be used for. Like, they don't give use cases for if this app gets deleted, then you're going to need to put this recovery phrase in order to recover your wallet. There's no upfront explanation to them, so it makes me think that Trust Wallet is for more advanced users than beginners. I would not recommend this to somebody like my parents or somebody who's getting into crypto for the first time. Now, I hope you enjoyed this in-depth review. Again, this is part of an overall series where I'm looking at many different cryptocurrency wallets. I'm trying to call out what I see are usability issues and major pain points, and I'm trying to improve the software products overall in the crypto ecosystem.